What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and welcome, sorry, my mind went blank for a second, welcome to another episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. This week's episode is a rather interesting discussion on where Karrion Kross should go. Should he go to Monday Night Raw? Or should he stay in NXT? This is a rather interesting topic because if you guys remember, Karrion Kross, last week on Raw was a part of Monday Night Raw, and he had lost to Jeff Hardy. If you guys are wondering why I'm looking down, I'm actually back onto playing Duel Links. I haven't played it in a while, so I figure, what the hell, why not? Why not? But anyway, so again, Kross was on Raw, and he ended up losing to Jeff Hardy. The next night on NXT, he decided to attack NXT General Manager William Regal, which begs the question: where should he go? If you look at the different scenarios, if he goes to Raw, that means if he becomes a full-time member of the Raw roster, that means he'll become the second man in NXT history to go into Raw as the NXT Champion. Obviously, the first was Kevin Owens. And if and he'll be going up against the best of the best, from guys like AJ Styles to Jeff Hardy, even to Omos, if at all, if that match does come to pass, he'll even also go up against Keith Lee as well, who we hadn't seen in a long time. So, in my opinion, I feel like as if maybe Kross should stay in NXT. The talent that's on NXT is astronomical. There's Adam Cole, there's Johnny Gargano, there's Kyle O'Reilly. There's a lot of talent on NXT that Karrion Kross should face, rather than having to face on Raw. Because on Raw, yes, you do have AJ Styles. Yes, you do have Omos. Yes, you've got the Viking Raiders. Yes, you got Riddle and Randy Orton. But what's the point? What's the point of being put on Raw when you're going to end up like the way Karrion Kross was last week? Plus he's a two-time NXT champion. He's the only one of 4 men to have held the NXT title twice. The first was obviously Samoa Joe. The second, which was Shinsuke Nakamura. The third was Finn Balor. Karrion Kross ended up being the last man to do it. So it begs the question, should Kross go to Raw? No. I think he should stay in NXT. Because if you guys are not aware, Karrion Kross is in a relationship with Scarlett. A lot of people don't know about this, but they are actually dating. And one thing that boggles my mind is the fact that is why would they split them apart when it's going to ruin their relationship? That's the only thing. The way I see it, don't get me wrong, I've seen Scarlett in the ring a few times. She's pretty good. She is pretty good. But as far as how she would fare on SmackDown, that's kind of hard to to discuss, because the possibilities for her in competition is pretty high. It is pretty high, but I feel like with her going to SmackDown and with Karrion Kross going to Raw, not only would it split them apart, but it would also it would also ruin Karrion Kross' confidence, because if you guys don't know, Scarlett was the reason for Kross becoming a multi-time NXT champion. And that being said, I feel like with both of them staying in NXT, the possibilities are they are endless. They are endless, but at the same time you have to think, what's the big difference between going to Raw and going to NXT? Truth be told, NXT has a much more variety of talent. Because if you look at the talent that's on if you look at the talent that is on Raw, and if you look at the talent that's in NXT, I'll show. Excuse me. I'll even go to here. Give me 1 second, guys. So let's look at the talent that's on Raw. You have AJ Styles, you have Akira Tozawa, you've got Angel Garza, you've got Bobby Lashley, you've got Brock Lesnar. Yes, Brock Lesnar is still a part of the roster. Cedric Alexander, Damian Priest. You've got Drew Gulak, Drew McIntyre, Elias. You have Eric Graham. You have Graham Metalik. You've got Humberto Carrillo. You've got Ivar. You have Jason Jordan. Apparently, Jason Jordan is still a part of the roster, even though he's still injured. You have Jackson Riker. You've got Jeff Hardy. You've got Jinder Mahal. You've got John Morrison, Keith Lee, Kofi Kingston, Lindsay Dorado. You've got Mace, Mansoor. You've got Mustafa Ali, MVP. You've got Omos, I mentioned, R-Truth, Randy Orton. You've got Ricochet. You've got Riddle. Apparently Riddick, and you also have Riddick Moss, and apparently he's still there. Riddle. You've got Slapjack, Shelton Benjamin, Sheamus, T-Bar. You've got The Fiend, The Miz, and even also Xavier Woods. So you have a pretty good variety of talent on Raw, but as opposed to NXT, you have Adam Cole, you've got Ashanti the Adonis, you've got Austin Theory, you've got Boa, you've got Bobby Fish, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes, Danny Burch, Dexter Lumis, Drake Maverick. You've got Isaiah Swerve Scott, the North American champion. You've got Jake Atlas, James Drake, Joaquin Wilde, Johnny Gargano, Conan Reeves. Apparently there are rumors of him still being in NXT for some weird reason. You've got Kushida, the Cruiserweight champion. You got Kyle O'Reilly, LA Knight, Leon Ruff. You've got MSK, both members of MSK, both Carter and Lee. You've got Odie Lorcan, Raul Mendoza, Pete Dunne, Roderick Strong, Santos Escobar, Timothy Thatcher. You got Tommaso Ciampa, Zach Gibson. You've got a lot of talent, a lot of good talent on both brands. But the big question is, which brand? Answer: NXT, because of the fact that it's because of the fact that those who are in NXT, they're more hungrier to be champion, if you will, in WWE, where as opposed to Where, as opposed to Raw and SmackDown, yes, they are hungry for competition, but again, guys, I'm on Duel Links, so forgive me. Where, as opposed to Raw and SmackDown, yes, they are hungry, but the problem is that the world champions is that both brands are being dominated by champions who underlook, who overlook superstars as nobodies, especially Bobby Lashley when he on social media, and I talked about this on Thursday when he had declined Goldberg's challenge. With Roman Reigns, he declined John Cena's challenge but accepted Finn Balor's, which is kind of sus if you ask me. And the talent that's on SmackDown, you've got Angelo Dawkins, you've got Apollo Crews, you've got Baron Corbin, Big E, you've got Cesaro, Chad Gable, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Dolph Ziggler, you've got the Usos, you got Kevin Owens, you've got Otis, Montez Ford, you got Rey Mysterio, Robert Roode, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, you got King Nakamura. The possibilities are endless with these type of superstars. But for a guy like Karrion Kross, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for him to be on Raw or SmackDown. It's better for him to remain on NXT because of the fact that because of the fact that if Karrion Kross were to become a member of the Raw roster and he were to challenge Bobby Lashley for the WWE title, you know damn well without Scarlett, MVP is going to get involved and Lashley is going to win. With Roman Reigns, he's got Paul Heyman and the Usos. They're going to get involved, Reigns retains. Or another scenario, Seth Rollins comes in with the referee's back turned, attack Karrion Kross, Reigns and Roman Reigns retains either way. So to conclude this part of this episode, I know that this was relatively short, but to conclude, should Karrion Kross come, go to Raw or stay in NXT? Again, I think stay in NXT. By having him stay in NXT, the talent will be the talent that's there is insane. It is absolutely insane. I feel like with Kross staying in NXT, he'll have a much more better chance of higher chance of keeping his NXT title and elevating it to heights we never thought possible, rather than him going to Raw and just being and just go from a main event player to a nobody. So again, I feel like him staying in NXT will be better for him because he'll become a major star in NXT, and then give it another year, and then I would say give it another year or so, and then have him come have him come to Raw or SmackDown, and then go after the titles there. So that is going to do it for this episode. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Question of the day: who from NXT do you guys want to see get jumped up to the main roster? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which gets posted every Monday. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All links will be down in the description. And if you guys have fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.